right. Hello. Welcome, everybody. I see so many amazing faces on a whole bunch of different channels. Hi. Today we are doing Artist Spotlight. Oh, hold on. There we go. Hi, everyone. I pulled in the Glorian and I totally forgot to unmute. My bad. Yeah. All right. So as I was saying, welcome to the stream, everybody. We're doing an artist spotlight today. I'm very excited. For those who don't know, StreamElements, we actually have a whole bunch of artists in our community and some that we actually work with and support. And my dog has a lot to say about that, apparently. Hi, everyone. Yeah, so today we are going to be focusing on the wonderful Telomina. Hi, Telomina. How are you? How's your day going?
Hi, thanks. It's going great. My cat also has some thoughts about today's stream.
Fantastic. Yeah, we love animals here, but sometimes they have so much to say. So much to say. They say whatever they want. But yes, okay. So tell me, you've been a part of our artist community for I feel like a while now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while, I think. I
Yeah.
have no idea like how long because my sense of time is kind of screwed up, but it's
That's totally fine, especially like with the panorama happening. I think everyone's sense of time is really just jacked. But let's actually, I know that you are going to be drawing while you talk with us today, so let's just jump on in there. Also, hi Lizzie, for those who don't know, who are over on our Twitch right now. Lizzie is also part of our artist that we have, and she's actually been on one of these streams before, so hello. All right.
Hi Lucy, hi everyone. I see lots of people from different communities. I'm so happy that they're here.
Perfect. Okay. So you have some amazing art going off, and you're going to be talking to us about some amazing art. So that's great. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see what you end up doing. And I'm very excited to know more about you and like your background as well. We'll also be if you guys, by the way, in chat, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in our chat, and we'll see if we can get some of those answered for you too. If you have any questions about art, streaming and art, or anything like that. But anyways, Telemina, I hope I'm saying your name right.
Yeah, right.
Okay, cool. I just kind of like went for it.
Yeah, you went. It was perfect.
Great. It's always nice to like get it on the first try.
Yeah.
So when it comes to art, when did you like start getting into art? Because I know, some people like they do it their whole lives. Some people like they kind of just fall into it as adults. So I'm very curious, like when did your journey start?
Well, actually, I did start as a kid, but I was always like casually drawing. And my favorite class in school was drawing class, and I really liked it, but I was always doing cute things. So my drawing teacher, she had some issues because I didn't want to do the boring art, like we need to draw the tree outside of the window. I was like, but I did it like fast, and then I started drawing like cute girls instead, like some cute characters. And I started being like slightly inspired by like a manga and anime when I was 16, and that was like after class, but I still tried to like incorporate it where I could. For example, I studied media in Swedish Rabbit Gymnasium. It's like when you're 16 to 19.
Okay.
So I did actually do like a super short like a manga book for one project like there. So I kept drawing, but then when I continued into higher studies, university, I did bachelor and I did masters, and there just wasn't like time really because I was also
Okay.
working, so there was no time to draw. So I actually started kind of stopped just some doodles in my books here and there, and then I got sick in 2017, and then I actually had time to draw again.
So just so everyone knows as well, I know you mentioned in I think you said Switzerland, or I forgot
Well, I live
where
in
you said.
Sweden.
Oh, it's Sweden.
I live
Okay.
in Sweden, but then I studied in Korea and China as well.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. But yes, so just so everyone knows, in our community and in our artist program, we have artists from all over the world. So I think it's one of the great things about these talks is we get to find out so much about culture as well, which is a nice little bonus. And also, I didn't know you went to school in like Korea and China. That's also amazing, especially since like manga and all that affected you and your art growing up too. So I'm assuming the way you made it sound, it seems like you didn't study art while you were at university. So, okay. All right. So
I never really studied art. It was like in Sweden, we all have like drawing class.
Mhm.
And it's like just so much fun. Yeah, so like it was just basic stuff like is did at home, when I was bored. We didn't have internet all the time when I grew up, so
Yeah.
it was a lot of offline time you needed to spend doing other things. Thank you, Sala.
Yeah, we have some people in the chat saying that like your emotes are super cute, which I have to agree. They are. I love them. Are these for you, by the way, or are these a commission or just something for fun?
These I'm working on right now is going to be like one of my pre-made packs for my coffee page. I have a few
Nice.
already. Like I have the party girl inspired by Kat in a popular Netflix show with her hair. And this is actually the one I kind of used as inspiration for the emote contest.
Yeah, super
But like
cute.
I cozied her up a bit, like give her some earrings and yeah, and then I have a few different ones, but I also do commissions. This is I think I saw Bubbles here before. I did for Bubbles, and Vordy is another one. So yeah, I do like both pre-made and like commissions, but today's just pre-made.
Nice. So, growing up, just like doodling, just doing art on the side, and now doing art digitally, like, is digital art your preferred medium? Did you ever have like a preferred medium to draw, like whether it's like pen and paper or painting, oil painting, watercolor, anything like that?
Well, the thing is, like, I only had like paper when I grew up, and then they tried to inspire me to draw like more like with like aquarelle. I don't know the English word for that, and some other like things. But it felt a bit, when someone encouraged you like too much, you
Yeah.
kind of stop liking it as much. So like with that real paint and real canvas, I kind of just like you stopped doing it after I did make some gifts for friends doing that art style. I remember one friend really was into One Piece, so then I like drew like a One Piece thing for her.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but and then I started doing digitally actually just because of emotes.
Okay, so I guess what came first? Wanting to do digital art and then emote commissions, or wanting to do emotes, or the desire to kind of do emotes and do commissions like that then drew you over to digital art?
Well, actually, it was kind of a like funny story because I was studying so much and then I got sick, so I kind of forgot that I like to draw after some time.
I've definitely
And
had that
then
happen to me too. Just forget
yeah,
that I
you kind
like
of forget
something.
like what and then like I started streaming first because I always knew like games. So like I could always play a little bit of games even when I studied. Like I played like some Assassin's Creed and some other fun adventure games like Tomb Raider. But then I started streaming on Twitch 2017, and I got
Nice.
to fill it like within a month. And I was
Heck
like,
yeah.
wait, I need emotes now. And I was looking up, like emotes who can I buy them from. And then I realized like first I didn't have any money because I didn't have an income anymore. And then secondly, I was like, wait, I can draw. Why don't I draw my own emotes? Like I can do this. So I started out with the mouse, and I'm really not good at drawing with a mouse, but I did. And then I had a friend who was like, "Hey, can you make emotes for me?" And I was like, "But I'm just drawing like with my computer mouse. This isn't like that good." But she insisted actually, and then it kind of took off a little bit from there. I can't say I'm swamped really with commissioning, but I have kept on since 2017 to
It's awesome.
just kept drawing emotes.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. Well, that's great. So then when you started to do it sounds like when you got sick, which again, I'm so sorry for that. And then when you decided to do emotes, that's kind of when you started to take it a little bit, like you refound your passion and you started to take it a little bit more seriously again. As far as like not seriously again, like you started to create opportunities for income, it sounds like, for that as well. So have you, so when you got affiliate, is that when you started doing it professionally? That's what I meant to say.
Well, I think like in Sweden still counts as a hobby because there's no like a real income in it. Not for me anyways. But it's like a hobby, but that's like when I really when my friend commissioned me, and then I was like, yeah, well, she just does it to be nice. Like, that's what I thought. But then I had another person who also asked me, and then I had a friend who had recommended me to another friend, and I was like, maybe it's time I make like a commission sheet so people like, because then you get like some rules, some like standard prices, as like some guidelines. Can you use it for like your own merch? And because I realized kind of early, like I wasn't like, I don't know how to phrase this, but I realized like kind of soon, because my skill level went from like 0 to kind of like okayish, kind of fast, and then I realized I need some like standard like price, because otherwise it's not worth the time, kind of.
Yeah.
Because I have kind of very limited energy, so if I would only sell my emotes for like maybe 5 or 10 euros, it would be like more worth for my health if I didn't do commissions.
Yeah. So
then I started setting up some rules so people who wanted to commission could do it, and I still felt like it was worth it for me to pursue it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that goes back to overall just making sure that you set not only boundaries, right, where you with whoever you're making art for, whoever you're working with, but you know, making sure that you're properly valuing your time, which I think is something important for all artists out there, you know. This is something we've discussed on previous artist talks and artist spotlights, where this is something that takes time, and it is something valuable, and it should be treated as such.
Yeah, commission art, it's like, it's personal art just for you. No, I didn't. And it's like, it's a unique piece that you can't just, you know.
Yeah, no, I completely understand. Yeah. Well, that is awesome. Thank you so much for that. Do you, like, I'm just curious, for example, you're doing the packs, right? So yeah. For those who don't know, you can get custom commissions, you know, or custom emotes. You commission commission artists, make them special for you, but some artists actually do like these custom packs of emotes where it's already done, you pay for them, and you have a set of emotes. You know, they're not personalized.
Instant delivered.
Yeah, instant delivered, really easy. But like, how do you come up with the idea for these packs? Like, what character, what style, what they're doing, like if it's a like little cupcake or something, you know, like how do you come up with that?
You saw that, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, also a real Black Fang, I'm so sorry you were sick. You saw that in chat. Well, so yeah, the pre-made emotes aren't coffee, and because they're pre-made and how many people, like, there's no limit on how many people can download them. So because of that, I can put like a cheaper price. And then, so like my emote set, I think these are like 15 euros. But if it's commissioned art, it would be 25 euros per piece. So it's way, way cheaper, but it also means that I can sell to more people, so I don't lose out on making it so cheap, you know?
Yeah, and I think it's a good way for it to be affordable as well for like streamers who are starting up. So yeah, but yeah, sorry, I cut you off. How do you create these ideas? Where do they come from?
Well, for example, I tried to make something that would fit a lot of people. For example, this one. This is a typical party girl. I was hanging out in different streams. I know a lot of ladies have like pink hair, kind of like drinking wine and streaming, and then it's like, why don't I make it so maybe it could suit a lot of people? And then it's just pink hair. I like pink hair. And then it's like you see kind of what people use when they come into my chat, when I'm streaming, when I hang out in other streams. So like cheering emotes, those are so popular. So of course that should be a standard one in pre-made emote sets. Drinking, because I realized like if you hang out on Friday evenings or Saturdays, a lot of people kind of like to drink. So then you like cheers. So why not make a cheer emote? And then the pat on the head is like a classic right now. This one is just the same, but I changed it because I wanted to like more people should be able to feel like represented. But her hair is inspired by a girl in a Netflix show called The Bold Type.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's where her hairstyle comes from. And this one was just I saw this outfit on a lot of shows that I was watching, so that's where this came from. And the heart is like everyone wants to celebrate like love, but then when you watch a lot of like Tomb Raider gameplays, then it's people get like a bit
A
angry
little
or
bit
frustrated.
angry,
So then
yeah.
yeah, a little angry, but she's also sad, so she's sangry. I know it's kind of silly, but I like to make like silly names when I can. And then after a while, I realized like the way I combine the colors changed, the way I sometimes make the hair change. So then I like to upgrade, like I upgrade my own emotes so often. I upgrade my emotes like once a year.
What?
And then I realized this was kind of harsh, like the color. So then I want to make like a
Mm-hmm.
softer style. So then I remade her a bit. For this one is actually inspired by. I was watching this Netflix show called The Bling Empire.
Okay.
And in the Bling Empire, it's basically like, as they explain it, Crazy Rich Asians, but but real. And there was this
Oh, you know
girl,
what?
and
I
she
have
was
seen
very.
this. I was like, why
You
does this
haven't
sound so
seen
not?
it?
Yes, I have seen this. I have seen this. Okay, yes.
It's lots of fun to watch that show.
Yeah.
And there's this one girl who's like very lively and very party-ish. And she, in one scene, she has this. She's actually on the back here. Has some reference picture for the hair thingy. And I was like, that looks cool. I want to like draw that. And then I was inspired by the like, you know, her expressions. Maybe not like the drool one; it's a bit exaggerated. But the wine one, for example, that is where like her vibe she had. But I'm gonna make it so like it's not just her because that would
Yeah.
feel weird. So I'm gonna like look at that later how I'm gonna do the rest. And then like she was thinking about abs, but I felt that could be kind of strange, so I changed it to a cupcake because who isn't fantasizing about a good cupcake sometimes.
I know that actually does sound really delicious right now. Not gonna lie. I feel like every stream that I end up being on devolves into food somehow. The stream we were on yesterday
Food
with
is
the
good.
Glorian, yeah, it's wild. But it seems like a lot of your inspiration comes from like shows and media, which is super cool. Do you have, I guess on that front, do you have anything that like is something that has in your overall art journey, if one would say, like affected you the most, like whether it be how you draw, that you constantly will find inspiration in or will go into?
Something, not really, I'd say, because I like to what's it called, I just like to draw, and then sometimes I feel like I get stuck and I don't evolve like in my drawing. And when I feel like that, I go to different Twitch channels actually, and I look like how different artists does things. I'm like, is there anything here I can learn? And then like I draw one or two drawings like while looking at their stream, and I see like, is there anything here that would make that I can like incorporate like a way of making the hair shine. For example, if I draw some color in here, I also recently learned a new thing that made everything so much easier.
We're always here for tips and tricks.
Yeah, in Clipart Studio, you can actually refer to other layers with the fill bucket. So this is a special, this layer on my drawing, I don't have anything on, but because it's referring to other layers, I can click here and it doesn't like,
oh, that's awesome.
stack or bleed out. So it doesn't like make the, because of our hair right now, it's not maybe the most practical tool, but it is practical for like the, let's see, there's some kind of skin color here. Again, so this actually reduced the work at a time with like 1 hour, I realized when making emotes the other day.
Oh, that is so really handy.
Yeah, so
yeah, that was actually something I was gonna say. I was like, do you have any tips and tricks for just doing artwork in general or doing digital art, so that like that is a great one. And you are using which app are you using again?
This is Clipart Studio. I started out with GIMP. I'm just gonna make some shine here. I wanted to say something about hair shine, but then I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
I hope.
Well, I'm sure
no
she'll
one
come
will
back to you.
actually- no. And then like, you can make it a bit weaker. But yeah, sorry,
And
what
this
was
is
your
all a
question?
separate layer as well, like because you're referencing a
Yeah.
different layer. That's awesome.
Yeah, so for this shine, I added another layer, which is reversing the previous. It's clipped to layer below, so it won't bleed out from that layer. And then I add like another one, and here I make some even more brighter. And then it's like because oh yeah, I was talking about my style, how it changed. Yeah, so sometimes you see like someone makes a hair shine like one way, and then you might be like
Mhm.
inspired to try that out, but then you might realize maybe it wasn't for you. You feel like you don't have mastered it.
Mhm.
So for example, someone was drawing a big hair shine, and then let's see, can I get back to this layer? Also having like a shortcut to go back to previous layer. That's
That is a
cool.
good tip. Yeah.
So someone was like drawing like this, like super thin, different lengths, and then they were like erasing it. So then what's left is like this little piece here.
Yeah.
And then they had like just this brush pen behind it. Let's make another one. And like some. So this one I really liked. And then you can like do like this as well to just emphasize it.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so like there's some different ways, and you just so I do like I try out the style, and then I see like what am I keeping from this technique. Maybe I'm not keeping anything. Maybe I'm keeping like something, but combine it with another way I'm doing things. So right now, right now I don't know really how to make hair. Let's check the one I made for bubble cookies. So right now it's like I draw like swoopy lines over the hair,
Mhm.
and then I erase it so it's like clean, and then I have a slight brush pen behind, and then I do some like light highlights. So that's my current like favorite go-to style for the hair.
I think it's so funny that you bring up highlights because like that was the one thing like because I don't really draw that much. I kind of just do it for funsies and first like I don't know why but highlights were always the thing that I struggled with the most. So, so I'm just like wow that's so cool.
Highlights can be rough. But yeah, so it's like it's fun to try different things.
It's kind of like exercises, right? Like different exercises that you might even have. I know there's like books with prompts that are for people who write that are similar.
Right.
So it seems kind of like that, where you know you see something and you try out their style, and then it's just a different way to exercise like your artistic tool in a sense.
Yeah, I did
Have a good
like, an
night.
old
Thank you
book.
for joining the chat.
Thank
Pardon?
you, Philip. Sleep well. Yeah, so like what was the thing I can't remember. Yeah, I had a book like because when I was kid and my family was supporting my art, they did give me like how to draw anime and manga, and there in the end of the book there's like how to do it in Photoshop, like step by step, how you do
Mm-hmm.
different things. That's right, but I really don't like studying, which sounds weird because I just talked about all my studying abroad and scholarships, and but I don't really enjoy studying. So that what I do is like I watch the other people stream, and then I try something out and I incorporate some things into my own style, some things not. And it's like that doesn't feel like studying if you do that like once. I do it like once every 6 months or so. I go on like this big spree of like browsing other artists, what they do, and like what can I improve better, what can I make easier. Um, and then I'm happy with that stuff for like 6 months, and then I do it again.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. I feel like that's me, but like at 3 a.m. when I can't sleep, and I'm like, well, what am I gonna do now? Oh, I guess I'll go down the rabbit hole of how to draw this one specific thing, and then from there you learn. That's you just gotta. It's all time, So, yeah,
Exactly.
that's
It's all about
fantastic.
time.
So you mentioned using GIMP before as a
Yeah.
what you were using to draw, and now you are using Clip Studio. Is this your preferred?
Yeah, I was doing that as well. I was like browsing different styles. So I was using GIMP, but GIMP is kind of like slow sometimes when you're doing art.
Yeah.
At least
It is free, so that's great. So
It
for
is
those
free.
who are looking to get into stuff like that, or art and editing, it's a great free program. I actually don't know if Clip Studio is free or not, but I know GIMP is one of those ones that are widely known out there.
Exactly. So I started out there, and then when I was like browsing different people art, I stumbled upon Psy, and I don't know what it's short for, but it's spelled like this. I can spell it here in the chat.
What?
There we go. Psy. And
Okay.
one of my favorite artists did that. And then I already had I started using Clipboard Studio, and then I think I actually recommended it to her, and I think lots of more people recommended it to her, and she actually started using Clipboard Studio after. But neither Psy nor Clipboard Studio is free, but they do have like sales. I got this for lifetime for like 50 euros or so. It's like so cheap. It's like 50 euros.
Nice.
$50, I think. It was a great deal.
Yeah, that's awesome. What are things that you like about like this program versus, let's say any other program that you've tried in the past?
Oh, yeah. For example, it's very easy to learn. Of course, you won't learn all the tips, but it is easy to start off with getting into just basic drawing. Then, of course, there's like some shortcuts you can you can like customize some things. I recently effed up some of the settings I had, but then I found a workaround around it. So today I haven't even noticed it. I changed like where my color wheel is. Now I can't find my color wheel, but I just double click here instead. So I like because I have a big color wheel like somewhere on my screen. But then I like effed it up when I was trying to fix something else. Like all the time in tech, you have something you want to change. It's like something, and then when next time you start a program, nothing is where it was last time. But anyways, that's what it is for me. So yeah, so I like that it's smooth. It's kind of easy to learn. It doesn't take a lot of. It doesn't feel like it takes a lot of like resources for my computer.
Which is important. Like, yeah.
2000 pixels. If I go over this, my computer is kind of old. Then it starts to maybe like lag a bit, and like when it saves, it takes like 10 seconds, and then I get scared. Like right now, saving takes like 1-2 seconds only. But if I go beyond this file size, it's getting risky.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so then we have like different pen styles. We have like free stickers. This is actually used for the eyes.
No, I was about to say that looked like what you're using.
Yeah, exactly. So for the eyes, just to make it easy for me. Then there's like bubble. So there's lots of fun things. I was doing, as some people there might know, it's a Swedish company called Enet, and we have a competition right now on making a short comic. So then I realized we have this kind of deal where you can like draw your own like talk bubble, and it fills with the color. And I was like, that's so easy, that's so smooth. And they just have lots of things in this program I like the quick access over here. I have added some things that I use a lot. For example, when I want to see if this looks good when you flip it, which you easily can on Twitch right now. And that's so good. So I have convert to drawing color. For example, this skin here, if I want to change the skin, I just go to like a weird skin color here and then convert to drawing color. So I have a color I picked, and then I just changed it, and it's so easy, quick access.
Yeah, I always like to ask when I have the artist here for these artist spotlights what they prefer to use, because I feel like everyone has like their own preferences and their own reasons why, and especially for people who may be watching who again are interested in doing digital art, it gives them a lot of information as to what they might want,
Exactly. Well, different people like different things. For example, Psy, it felt more like maybe actual drawing, but this program feels more digital. It doesn't feel like super like I sit with a piece of paper and draw. So like that's what I like with Psy. But then like what you like can change sometimes.
For sure.
And then GIMP is nice. I still use GIMP to trying to make like some shorter GIF files for my emotes, like emotes with like the sprinkle, like the cheer sprinkle, like falling down.
Yeah, especially now that there are animated ones, which like I totally keep forgetting that animated emotes are a thing.
Yeah, I think only some partnered streamers can have it or something. I'm not sure who can have it, but I have some in my Discord. I was trying. I did do it in GIMP a long time ago, but then recently I tried to learn this Adobe program. I can't remember its name, but it's like it's cost so much money. So when you don't have a lot of like sales, it's like I'm not gonna get into learning like complicated programs for making animated emotes. Not yet. But I did do it, so I have some in my Discord server, but it's not something I take on commissions or anything, because I only do that when I start to feel like confident in my skill level.
For sure. So for like, I know we talked about some like things, and we talked about your programs and all that, but do you have like any advice for maybe those watching who are interested in getting into commission work and stuff like that?
Yeah, the first thing is like, I want to say don't start off by like selling yourself short with what you should charge just because you want to make sales. Like, it's always easier if you start to value your time first and think of that first instead of thinking about growth, because then you will always have that. And the risk is, if you start off with too cheap, it might make it harder to keep those people coming back, because then it's like, if you could buy it for like €5, why would they pay more? I mean, it's like, I feel like it's also a bit kind of like loyalty to the rest of artists.
Yeah.
Like, if we all maintain the standard, like we should have what would have been like a living wage if we did this full time. And if you sell if you work like 2 hours and charge €5, like that's not even a dinner in my country. That's
yeah, so definitely cheap. Like, again, you got to make sure that you're valuing your time, and going back to what we said earlier. So yeah, that's super important.
Yeah, value your time, and just like start off, but maybe with like people, like just be open to people first, until like you gain like some kind of, if you feel like it's difficult. I saw someone on Twitter who was like, I want to do commissions, but I feel like it's not worth it. But there's like, for me, I had my friend who really believed in me. So find your people and try to go from there, because people that will then recommend you to others when they're happy. So because of that, like all of my commissions, I think so far, I only had one commission ever coming from just random person on Twitter. Like all of my other commissions is people who started to get to know me. I was recommended by someone else who had done emotes for.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. I feel like word of mouth is extremely important when coming to like artist community, especially like the emote artist community. That's something I've noticed with these talks. So you started, going back to like your streaming, right, where you mentioned you started off streaming games.
Yeah.
When did you decide to start streaming your art, or did you like?
Yeah, because what I felt like, that's also a way of people to starting to get to know your art. It's like, if you stream it and they can see step by step. For example, we have my sketches here. They're kind of old. They're like almost a year old now, because it was when Bling Empire was new. I started making these sketches, and then I just had them there because I didn't really feel like putting in that energy for just this one. Like, this emote was way more fun for me to work on, but now I was like, now it's time. And now I forgot your question as well.
Don't worry about it. It was when and also how did you decide to start streaming your artwork?
Right. So then I realized, if people can see, because there's so many like art thieves and people who like want to charge commissions, and then it's like they stole the emote. And I realized, if I stream it, then people can actually see me work on it, and then they will see like that it's me. I'm here. I'm drawing this here. I'm drawing this sketches, because I make sketches. I make them super quick. I make them in like 3 minutes. And then when I do here digitally, I kind of change them a bit. For example, this one, this is a sketch. And what you can see is like I changed the face a bit. so it just like overall looks a bit better.
Mm-hmm.
So like they can follow my process, and then they know I'm legit, because I'm not gonna just assume some stranger will 100% trust me, like, you know.
Yeah, and they can trust that like they are getting it from like a reputable artist, you know, rather than maybe
exactly.
stealing artwork or something online. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then, do you solely stream your artwork now, or do you also still play games? How do you manage that?
Actually, I almost only stream gaming right now. I stream emotes. I have like another channel that I call like Telomean Art, and it depends on my mood, because I realized a lot of people, because I was streaming only games for like 1 year before I started taking emote commissions, and I don't do it often. So on those streams where I would do my art, it would like people will fall away, so it would remove my average. And I'm kind of lucky because I do have indie companies who give me some keys to their games, so I can play their games. And because of my average, I started this other channel called Telomean Art. There I was like only doing it, but sometimes I'm tired and I'm too tired to talk when I would draw sometimes. So then I just stream to my Discord because that's, you know, it's easy.
Yeah, I mean, it's still
the people who watch it still watch there. So yeah. So yeah, mostly games now.
That's awesome. Do you ever do like I know you mentioned you're doing like a comic or something for a contest. Do you ever do that on stream as well, or do you have any comics besides this contest one that you're working on?
Yeah, I did actually get a commission once. It's my friend, the one friend who always believes in me. She was like, I feel like I want to give someone a comic. Can you make like a comic if I give you the topic? And I said like, yeah, sure. But it's so hard to work on comics because since like my regular style is making emotes, if I make a comic, you know, it's like supposed to be fun, and it's expression, there's lots of characters maybe, and it's like a different type of time consumption. So it's
yeah, like, I can imagine.
It was kind of it got kind of pricey if I would want to change that. I gave her like a slight discount, but I didn't feel it's not something I like commission. I'm open for commissions for, because it's just too much energy and time, because I kind of sometimes I'm perfectionist like when I make emotes for others, so I don't feel good charging too much either. And because I know like, you know, it's a lot of money art, but at the same time I don't want to undersell myself and my time. So then I end up I don't take regular commissions for it. I take it for this one friend, because like it's the one friend who really got me.
So yeah. Yeah, I mean, I definitely understand like wanting to do something special for the people that are close to you, so that totally makes sense. So you stream games, which is great, and you know, love that. It's the backbone of Twitch. And then on your other channel, so is Telomina your main channel then, or is okay, so then Telomina Art would be your side channel. Oh, okay, awesome. If anyone is interested in streaming art, do you have any recommendations on how to do that?
Let me think. What I try to do with my like focused art stream is I have a showcase of work I've done in the corner. So when people come in there, they don't only just see what I'm working on right now, but they've seen what I've done before, like finished emotes.
That's so smart.
I think it's good, yeah, because then they like feel like this is art, this is here, this is now, this is like her catalog of things she's done. And yeah, I don't think there's anything special. It's basically like streaming games. It's mostly maybe if you have music, make sure you have the rights to send it. Like Twitch has a Twitch soundtrack now.
Yes, and there's
so
I know
there's like
we use Pretzel Rocks. Yeah.
So you
definitely
can have like any type of music and just go with it there.
Yeah, so like definitely having like maybe background music in general, make sure it's you can use it, but having something in the background to help break up when you might be super focused on art, so that way it's not just like empty noise / you have to feel like you have to be talking as well, because I think that could be another stressful thing too, huh?
Yeah, it can be a bit much sometimes, but it's weird because I feel like I want to have like this vibe always. When you stream a game, you always need to have like the game sound, or I feel like I need to have the game sound, and I like the game sounds, they're great. But when you stream art, there's no like natural music to it, so I have like chillaxing jazz always playing, and it's good. Maybe not everyone loves jazz, but I like my bossa nova jazz. And it's nice to sit there and you can chillax, and then it's like I do my art how I normally do my art offline. It's just that I also have my community coming by and hanging out.
So how do you balance drawing for example, like this is work, right? So how do you balance doing this thing that you do for work, but also finding enjoyment? Do you still draw on the side for yourself?
Well, what I have is I have this mindfulness book. So what I did with one recent emote commission is I got these special pens, because this is something I can't really commission, I feel like. So I got this special brush pen. So they work as a brush, but the color is already in it.
And that's so cool.
I have this mindfulness book. So and then I realized, because I don't know what to do with it afterwards, I decided I'm going to send it out to my long-term subscribers if they want one.
Oh.
So I've been coloring this mindfulness. I'm not sure if you can see.
Let's see if I can switch over here.
Yeah, I can see.
There we go.
Maybe like this.
Oh, so it's like a nice, okay, sweet. That's awesome.
Yeah, so then I'm gonna make like cards out of them. And because it's the brush pens, they have like, you can make like an ombre kind of function with it. Let's like see here with the leaves.
So cool.
Yeah, so
I love that.
I like reinvest a bit in doing art just for me, basically. And this is like offline. Maybe I watch Netflix at the same time, and then I sit and draw this. So I still have some, some me just for me time with it.
Yeah, I think that's something that's like important. I think in the past, when talking to again some more artists from our community, they discuss that sometimes they get really focused on the art that they have to make for other people, that in their downtime they just kind of stop making art for themselves. So make sure you're spending time and focusing on yourselves too. It's important.
Exactly.
Well, that is awesome. Do you have like, how long do you normally spend on a commission? Like, how do you, and I mean the whole process, like from someone asking, inquiring, you having a discussion on what they want, and let's say a three commission process. What does that look like for you?
I'm just gonna cheat here with this eye. I'm just gonna make another one the same because it didn't go well today. Yeah, so what I do is, because I have this like terms of service where I list the steps, because I realized it was taking a lot of time to just ask them what they want, which color they want, and that took a lot of time, and that can be stressful, like when you're chronically ill like I am. And so what I did, like I made this rules, like step 1, let me know you're interested. Let me know what you want, sketches, like which type of emote, add reference picture of like, because a lot of people want pictures of like emotes of themselves. So then I need pictures, I need to know what they look like, obviously. And because I feel like for personal emotes, I really want them to look like if James have posted in chat some emotes I made for him.
I've been seeing like some emotes in here, and I'm like, oh, some of them I'm like, oh, they must be yours. They're exactly. Really cute. So,
yeah, Joe's posted one that was a really tricky one, because she followed the process perfectly. My issue was that her skin was white, because it's like this kind of like skull paint. Her hair was white. Her flowers in her hair were black. She had makeup on her neck that was black. Her dress was black. So I was like, how do I do this so you can still see what it is?
Yeah, I mean, especially with it being so small too, right? Like you have to make sure that the dimension that you're adding is readable at such a small scale.
Exactly. Now James posted some of his. So for me, I really try to focus on his eye shape, because for me, what sometimes I see some emotes and I feel like they all look the same, they all have the same eye. So I try to actually make the eyes a bit different, so they're not always the same style. For example, yeah, so I try to focus on that and their mouths, like, does they have big mouth, do they have small mouth? And their hair, I feel, is super important too, like how are their hair waves, how do they style their hair. So I try to put extra attention there so it really looks like them, you know.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I feel like, yeah, I'm really happy with the ones I made for James because it really looks like him.
I'm just happy that, like, for those who are in the Twitch chat and for those who aren't in the Twitch chat, we have some Twitch emotes coming in from, it seems like people that you've worked with before, and it's fun to see all of these in the chat and seeing like what you've done and like a nice little showcase of all your art. It's really cool.
Yeah, I can post some of mine too because oops. Now I clicked everywhere. Sorry. I don't know how many. So these are the ones I've made for myself. This quite a bit because I have bit unlocked emotes as well. Hey Marcos. So yeah, those are my emotes I made for myself, and they have changed a lot during the time because I keep changing my hair. And then after some time, I want to update my emote so it has my hair. So I keep.
So you're like constantly changing it so it matches what you're feeling. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I keep changing my hair, and then I'm like, oh crap, I need to update my emotes, and now I have like plus 50 emotes. So then I like redo the hair, and then sometimes I fix them up a bit here and there. I also have my friend who is my main commissioner. She also changes her hair a lot, so it's always fun to get. She's like, I changed my hair and I need to update my emotes. It's actually lots of fun to just do that. But that's also why some of them have different kind of hair glow, because when I update and then, you know, after 10 maybe I'm bored and then I'm not continuing them until like 3 months later to continue update my modes, and then I change my style a little bit.
Keep on improving, keep on working. Yeah,
exactly. I try to.
Well, that is fantastic. So I know we are going to be wrapping up soon. I'm going to change the screen real fast. We are going to be wrapping up here shortly, but I just wanted to discuss and just like wrap up with you about, sorry, oh God, about like if there's anything that you want to shout out while you're still here, you know. You obviously have your channels. You mentioned Ko-Fi, so if there's anything that you want to mention, like this is the time.
Well, I do have, I think, most things linked in my Twitch profile. So if you just click on my name, you'll find it. I can do my whoop whoop emote. It was my first T3 emote, and I've kept it all 3 years. Just updated it for 4 years now. And then I have my coffee, and I think the link is like coffee.com/Telomina. And I have my Twitter where I also post when I finish commissions. It's Telominas with an S on the end. And I have my Instagram, which is Telomina_streamer, because someone had taken Telomina. Although I
have that same issue. Where like somehow someone has taken my username in other places, and I'm like, no, how, why?
Yeah, sometimes I sign up. Like I signed up for like a TikTok just to have my username so no one else uses it.
Yes.
And pretend to like be me or something.
Also, for those who don't know, Glorian, I don't know if we can get the Discord server in chat, the link for that, but we do have our Discord as well. And as I mentioned, Artist Spotlight, Telomina is one of our SE artists. You know, for those who are curious what that means, what's going on there? You can apply to be an artist in our community, and we have a special section that if you want to shout out commissions and promote your commissions, you are able to do that. Also, sometimes you can have really cool things like this where we talk all about you and all about that, like your journey and what you're doing, and that's pretty rad too. Some other cool things. We also have an emote contest in our Discord server too, if you are art inclined. And we have a monthly theme. This monthly theme is, I want to say, winter stuff. Yes. And I mainly mentioned that also because Telomina is our winner from last month. So if you go into our Discord server, you can use one of Telemina's amazing emotes that she's was so awesome to share with us via the contest. So that is, I'm very happy with that too, because it's, again, it's super cute. It's a super cute, super cozy emote, and well, you know, we have some great stuff in chat too. Yeah. To be fair, Zelia, I also am not that artistically inclined, but I think watching the process is really cool, which is part of why I like doing these things too, because, you know, I can watch some, again, amazing artists from our community and see what they're doing. So if anyone,
it's a great community.
It is a great community, and I particularly think that our artist community within StreamElements is so kind and so helpful, which is very awesome. So you mentioned where people can reach you if they want to see more of your art. Do you have a way for them to contact you for commissions if they're interested?
Yes, I do. I have my email. It's also TeluminaStreamer. I'm gonna write it in Twitch chat at gmail.com. Well, that was deleted. But anyways, TeluminaStreamer@gmail.com, and I have the terms of service I can just post if they haven't seen it before. Otherwise, it's on my Twitter under the pinned.
Fantastic. So if you were in the stream and you saw the beautiful artwork that Telemina's done, and or have seen all the wonderful emotes in this chat that are made by her, and you are interested in getting your own and supporting some awesome like smaller artists, that is a way to do that. Feel free to reach out to them. And yeah, any last words before we head out? Thank you again so much for joining us, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. I'm just so happy I was here and chosen to be here. I'm so happy for my win, and I want to thank so many of people from my community and from another community I'm a part of to come here today and support me. I appreciate everyone so much.
Well, we appreciate and we value you a bunch, so thank you so much. We have some other streams for those wondering. We have some other streams later on this week. We have, Glorian. I believe we have a stream tomorrow. Maybe no. Oh no, we have one on Friday. I know that much. We're gonna be playing Resident Evil with Glorian. So if you want to hang out with us, we'll be doing that. Okay, yeah, cool. But until then, feel free to catch StreamElements. We have a Twitter, we have an Instagram, we have our Discord server, so come hang out if on there. It's also great if you have any questions or you need help and support. We have our legendary service over there as well in our help desk. Pop your questions in, someone will help you. We'll get stuff figured out for you. It'll be great. But until then, until next time on Friday, I will see you guys. All right. Thank you so much. Have a great day, guys. Bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye.